Welcome to our channel. How did Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's divorce get so messy? Once the most loved-up couple in Hollywood, born like a phoenix from the ashes of Brad and Jennifer Aniston's world-rocking breakup, Brangelina has taken quite the tumble. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie announced their split in 2016, just 2 years after they tied the knot in Marieville, southeast France, where they also co-owned a successful vineyard. Since then, there's been allegations of abuse, claims of forced NDAs, a revolving door of legal professionals, and more than a little crying over spilt rosé. In some of the latest court filings around the ongoing legal battle dubbed War of the Roses, Jolie's lawyers allege that Pitt was abusive toward her prior to the 2016 plane incident that led to her leaving him and filing for divorce. Pitt has denied allegations of abuse and no charges were filed after an FBI investigation. It has also recently emerged that one of the couple's children, Vivienne, has dropped Pitt's name from her surname. In the playbill for a new Broadway musical, The Outsiders, produced by Angelina Jolie, the teenage production assistant is listed as Vivienne Jolie instead of Vivienne Jolie Pitt, according to People magazine. From the couple that couldn't keep their hands off each other to embittered exes, where did it all go so wrong for Brad and Ange? First, let's go way back. The two actors first met on the set of action comedy Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2004. Chemistry between the pair, playing a married couple who both turned out to be assassins hired to kill the other, was said to be palpable. At the time, Brad was married to Jennifer Aniston, making him one half of the most adored celebrity couple. Brad and Jen's Malibu wedding in 2000 was no small affair, if you'll pardon the phrasing. It reportedly cost $1 million and was attended by the entire cast of Friends, including David Schwimmer, Lisa Kudrow, Courtney Cox, Matthew Perry, and Matt LeBlanc. He was the biggest movie star in the world, and she was the Rachel Green. People from all across the world were obsessed and ate up every available inside detail on the pair's relationship. Like, for instance, their wedding vows. He promised to split the thermostat bill, and Jen pledged to always make Brad his favorite banana milkshake. Their approach to marriage was charmingly liberal. Neither of us wants to be the spokesman for a happy marriage. For coupledom, Brad told Vanity Fair, "I'll tell you what I despise. This too becomes one thing where you lose your individuality. We don't cage each other with this pressure happily ever after. You figure it out as you go along. We feel it out, rather than setting policies and rules." Adding, "Jen and I always made a pact that we'll see where this thing is going. I'm not sure it really is in our nature to be with someone for the rest of our lives. Just because you made this pact, you keep going as long as you keep growing. When that dies, we do. We still have that friendship. We still have a good laugh, which can go in and out depending on the dynamics and outside influences. It's complicated, but that's what keeps it interesting." Enter Angelina, who came with a wild image, kissing her brother on the lips at the Oscars, reportedly wearing a vial of her partner's blood around her neck, etc., and described herself as having had a dark and dangerous youth. She was twice divorced when she met Brad, having been hitched first to British actor Johnny Lee Miller of Trainspotting fame, and then Billy Bob Thornton, aka Bad Santa and the sleazy American president from Love Actually. During her marriage to Billy Bob, the couple adopted a child, Maddox, from Cambodia in March 2002, but abruptly separated 3 months later. Speaking about her divorce, she told Vogue at the time, "It took me by surprise, too, because overnight, we totally changed. I think one day we had just nothing in common. And it's scary, but I think it can happen when you get involved and you don't know yourself yet." After 7 years together and midway through the filming of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Brad and Jennifer announced their separation on January 7, 2005. A tidal wave speculation was unleashed. Both the media and the general public whipped up a frenzied Team Jen and Team Angelina rivalry, with brands even selling t-shirts for people wanting to pledge their allegiance. Angelina was pitched as the mistress, but both have always strenuously denied their relationship started as an affair. To be intimate with a married man, when my own father cheated on my mother, is not something I could forgive, Angelina said. I could not look at myself in the morning if I did that. I wouldn't be attracted to a man who would cheat on his wife. Not after their divorce, Jen gave a candid interview to Vanity Fair, saying, "I'm not interested in taking public potshots. It's not my concern anymore. What happened to him after the separation? It's his life now. I've made a conscious effort not to add to the toxicity of this situation. I haven't retaliated. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't have a halo that I'm polishing here. Everyone has their personal thoughts. But I would much rather everyone move on. I am not defined by this relationship. I am not defined by the part they're making me play in the triangle. It's maddening to me." In January 2006, Angelina confirmed to People that she was pregnant with the couple's first child. It was the first time she'd publicly acknowledged their relationship. The pair then started assembling their rainbow family, as she called it, at pace. That year, Brad became the adoptive father of Maddox and Angelina's second child, Zahara. Both of the children's surnames were changed from Jolie to Jolie Pitt. Angelina gave birth to daughter Shiloh Nouvelle in Namibia in May 2006. In the spring of the next year, Angelina adopted 3-year-old Pax Thien from an orphanage in Vietnam, and Brad adopted Pax in the United States about a year later. We spent a lot of time contemplating and thinking and talking about what we both wanted in life, and realized that we wanted very, very similar things, Angelina said to Vogue in 2007. And then we just continued to take time. We remained very, very good friends with this realization for a long time. And then life developed in a way where we could be together, where it felt like something we should do. At the Cannes Film Festival in 2008, Angelina confirmed that she was expecting twins, and Knoxlyn and daughter Vivienne Marcheline were born in July that year. A few years later, speaking to The Telegraph, Jolie said, "I am very lucky with Brad. He's a real gentleman, but he is also a real man's man. He's got the wonderful balance of being an extraordinary, great, loving father, a very, very intelligent man, and physically he's a real man." Meanwhile, Brad told Esquire in mid-2013, "I have very few friends. I have a handful of close friends, and I have my family, and I haven't known life to be any happier. I'm making things. I just haven't known life to be any happier." They got married after 10 years together with an intimate ceremony at the chapel of their French home and vineyard, Chateau Miraval, in southeast France. Angelina wore Versace with a veil that the couple's children had doodled all over. "It does feel different. It feels nice to be husband and wife," Angelina told Vanity Fair at the time. In September 2016, Angelina filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. The FBI and the Los Angeles Department of Children and Family Services then confirmed they were investigating Brad for alleged child abuse following an incident on the family's private jet. The actor was accused by an anonymous person of getting physical with one of his children. According to TMZ at the time, the details of precisely what happened were murky, but it was reported that Maddox had stepped in to verbally stand up for his mother during a fight with Brad, and that the latter lost his temper. A source close to Brad told People he was drunk, and there was an argument between him and Angelina, said the source. There was a parent-child argument which was not handled in the right way and escalated more than it should have. Brad has since been cleared of all allegations. The actor hasn't made any comment about the allegations, but has been open about his drinking and drug use. In a May 2017 GQ interview, Brad revealed he had quit drinking and smoking cannabis. "I can't remember a day since I got out of college when I wasn't boozing or had a spliff or something. And I'm running from feelings. I stopped everything except boozing when I started my family. But even this last year I was boozing too much," Brad told the magazine. It's just become a problem. You either deny them all of your life or you answer them and evolve. Brangelina had been wrangling over the split through legal proceedings in California, privately and quietly, but in February 2017, Angelina spoke out about the divorce for the first time, saying, "We will get through this time and hopefully be a stronger family for it."